All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tuesday night, so we're here. We're back to fuck with you guys. Since last week, we didn't get to do no show. My name is Eddie Law. I am your host. This is Keyboard Warriors, presented by Crosslands MMA, the 42nd episode. So with me today, or right now, later on, we'll be joined hopefully by Mr. Aaron Robbins from Stand and Bang, but also from Stand and Bang MMA and from Gem City Fighting, my boy Fred Kirby. How you doing, man?
I am doing fucking fantastic. I just got back from vacation. I'm feeling rejuvenated. I'm ready to rock. So
apparently some of us get vacation because the other ones don't. I'm waiting for my vacation, motherfucker. So that's the shitty part of having your own or starting your own business. It's a motherfucker. What can I say? Anyway,
that's true. That's true.
Yep. No sleep for the ones that want to get rich later when they're old. Anyway, let's kick it off right with the announcement from Fellator. We're going to talk about. We will talk about Dynamite 1. There's no way we can get around that apparently because everyone's talking about it. A lot of different opinions on that whole card, by the way. A lot of people high on it. A lot of people really hated it. We'll talk about both opinions here in a second. But let's start with the announcement that Fedor has returned and did not sign with the UFC and did not sign with Bellator. In fact, he's signing with the former Pride Boss's new MMA promotion in Japan and will headline a New Year's Eve card in Japan. Now, I know I was never very thrilled about the return of Fedor, ever. And I was getting a lot of shit. In fact, myself and Aaron aren't at all fucking excited about Fedor's return. In fact, I don't really give two shits. To me, he looks like a fucking construction worker that I probably saw down on fucking Fifth Avenue not too long ago trying to pull a pipe out his ass and fucking fit it so we could get the fucking water main working in this bitch, right? But Fedor has returned. A lot of people are excited about it, especially the Pride fanboys are excited about it. I'm going to see it. I'm going to watch him. I want to see him fight. But I'm not too excited about it. I don't know who they're gonna give him because just like I said a second ago, did not sign with Bellator, did not sign with UFC. Will be with a new promotion. The only reason it was announced on Bellator, the Bellator Dynamite card, is because Spike will have the US distribution rights to that. So you will be able to see that on Spike on New Year's Eve, right? So, Fred, when you heard that, to me it makes no sense. I mean, I don't know who they're gonna give him outside of Bellator or the UFC. Bellator will be loaning them fighters for that card. But what are you thinking about this Fedor not signing with either Bellator or UFC and going with some no-name promotion in Japan?
Well, first off, you disrespectful prick. He always looked like a fat construction worker, even when he was considered the best fucking heavyweight on planet Earth. So let's not let his physique fool you. Listen, man, I'm fucking really disappointed. Real talk, man. I was one of the cats that was excited for Fedor's return because I thought the cute cocksucker was coming back to prove a point. And I thought he was going to sign with the UFC and we were going to get to finally see some dream rematches, some fucking dream matches overall. I was super fucking stoked. Now I fucking could not be less happy. I could not be less excited about this. Pride went under in a big way. It fucking tanked. I love Pride for what it was worth. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. It was kind of cool in a nostalgic kind of way. Mm-hmm. Like the old UFCs are, where they're hitting each other in the nuts and fucking biting each other's ear off. It was all fucking good fun. But in the grand scheme of things, that shit don't work no more, man. It's not the same thing. Him signing with some fucking upstart promotion and being their golden boy, once again, is a formula for fucking failure. We've seen this happen time and time again. It's the same old fucking song. I'm terribly disappointed because I do think he could still compete with some of the best heavyweights on planet Earth. If he takes shit seriously, he's still a bad motherfucker. But this type of shit ruins him legacy-wise. I know you're fucking watching, Andrew. This is some bullshit. I was excited too, but come on, man. Don't fucking sit there in your fucking London kingdom and tell me that you're excited for whoever the fuck he's going to fight, and you almost know it's either going to be Heath Herring or some bullshit like that, or some complete fucking tomato can freak show, which is almost disrespectful at this point for somebody like Fedor. He don't got a whole lot of more fucking mileage on the fucking tank. If he's going to be fighting at this point, he needs to be fighting great or fucking semi-great fighters, not in some bullshit promotion out in Japan. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. And I know, and you just mentioned Andrew Reid, and Andrew Reid making a good point that I actually thought about after you made the announcement. No testing in Japan, and as many sponsors as you would like. As you want. He's calling it New Pride. New Pride could be huge, but you're right. Who the fuck gonna give him? Tim Sylvia? Why? Randy Couture? He might die in the cage with him. I mean, who do you give him?
Hold on, though. I feel him. You get all the sponsors you want, but fucking, as Aaron always says, to what end? What does it matter? Does fucking Fedor really need the money that bad? Like I said, I always wanted to know. I wish a journalist could fucking ask Fedor why. Maybe they have. If they have, I haven't seen his fucking answer. Why are you coming back? If it's to fucking get sponsored like a goddamn NASCAR driver and make a shitload of money, couldn't he just do that in Russia, doing fucking autograph signings or some shit?
Yeah.
Hanging out with Putin and whatnot. Like, is he coming back for the money? Like, if he's coming back to prove anything legacy-wise, he's going about it all the wrong fucking way. Yeah. Seriously, who the fuck's he going to fight? They're going to bring back Brett Rogers? What the fuck is going on? I can't believe this happened. What the fuck? Like, the new Pride. Are you fucking kidding me? Who are they actually going to sign or have? And then, listen, that's cute. Scott Coker and Bellator is going to lend them fighters. Motherfucker, do you think you're in the position to be loaning folks fighters? Bellator's roster's thin as shit right now anyways. Loan them some fighters. Fucking child, please.
And you know, you're completely right on that. We got a couple comments here on YouTube. Alfonso C, what's up, dude? Shout out to Alfonso. Shout out to Grounds Manbury, who's watching. Munch MMA, good dude. But Alfonso's saying it could just be to have tune-up fights and maybe go to the UFC. I don't see it that way. I think Fedor did this for a reason. I don't think he ever had I don't think he ever wanted to come to the UFC or go to the UFC. I don't think he ever wanted to go to Bellator. I don't think he wants to fight in the US, man. I mean, I don't want to say he's a you know, steroid user, but you never know.
No, you know, I don't know, man. I don't think it's steroids at all. Steroids are like the fucking boogeyman these days. Everybody with the steroids, if anybody don't want to come to the US, it's always first thing with the steroids. I don't know what his deal is, though. I'll tell you that, man. I don't know, man. Maybe he's a fucking liar. Maybe he don't sit on the mountaintop of Russia. Maybe he's out in Russia fucking drinking vodka and fucking bitches, and he's got to pay for his extravagant lifestyle that nobody knows about that he does with Putin behind closed doors. Maybe he does need money. I don't know, man, because honestly, I don't really get it. He's been out of fighting for a long time. Why come back for some weird upstart promotion to fight who? I mean, I really don't. It makes no sense on any level to me, really. I mean, maybe the motherfuckers know something I don't know, and they got a bunch of. I mean, I just don't get it. Who's out there that they could even have possibly signed? Fucking Ben Askren? Everybody's either locked in with fucking the UFC or Bellator, and ain't nobody that special locked in with Bellator. As far as it goes, Bobby Lashley, ooh, so fucking exciting.
Although, you know what? That's one fight I wouldn't mind seeing, but I think Bobby Lashley gasses out if you actually make him fight. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that could be a decent fight. But I mean, other than him. And even that, I think, even him, I think Fedor could beat. You know what I mean? Because I mean,
what the fuck are you talking? Of course he will. That's probably what's going to happen. They're going to give him Bobby Lashley, and Fedor is going to fucking murk that fool because Fedor's a real fight. That's my whole problem with all this bullshit. Fedor don't belong nowhere near the B leagues. This is some fucking old E league shit. Like, this ain't going to be remotely competitive, man. Like, if they do give him somebody like Bobby Lashley, that's a fucking joke. And then when he does come out there and snuff him, it's even more of a joke. What the fuck?
Yeah, it could be. And in my bad, Groundsman Bride's actually Brian79 on Twitter. So what's up, dude? And of course, shout out for Code Blue. Sorry, dude. I know you're always on here, but I'm reading like 10 things at a time. But anyway, lots of people saying things like Dana hates Fedor. I don't agree with that. I don't think he hates Fedor, but I think he's probably upset he didn't sign with him. Now, also saying Czech Congo.
Oh, man, I guess. I mean, I suppose that's probably about as good as they could do, but is that really the fight that anybody cared to fucking see? And come on, man. I know Dana White's easy to hate, but this shit ain't Dana's fault, dog. You know fucking the UFC probably wants to sign that funny motherfucker. Like, they've been trying to sign him forever. Goddamn, they got Big Bank Hank. You know they got the money. Like, I mean, it's probably just the same old bullshit, man. Fedor probably wants fucking M1 Global's name on the banner, and they're probably like, dude, that ain't happening. So I guess he's going to Japan with his bullshit.
Fuck it. I want to see Fedor versus Kimbo Slice. And let's see if Kimbo Slice can sneak his way out of a fucking rear naked choke from fucking Fedor, because I don't buy that bullshit. No way.
You know what? Listen, I'm all for that. Fuck it. If we're going to send him there and we're going to just try to do things like that, might as well give him somebody like Kimbo. Kimbo's going to stand up with him. Fedor will probably stand up and bang with him. I mean, hell, he might even rock Fedor's funny ass. Fucking who knows, man? I mean, if you're going to go that route with Fedor, if he's not going to get some legit, I tell you what, I'd rather see him fight Kimbo than fucking Czech Congo. Because why not, right? What's it even matter if he really beats Czech Congo? At least with Kimbo, it's a huge draw. You can take Kimbo to Japan and act like he's fucking Bob Sepp's distant fucking step cousin or some bullshit like that, and play him up to be this big monster.
What if you go full nostalgia, fucking like fucking rape train? And go Crow Cop, because Andrew Reed says Crow Cop had a two fight contract. He had one already. He fights again and then leaves and takes on Fedor for a big fucking money over in Japan.
I mean,
I'd watch it for nostalgia's sake, at least.
I guess, but honestly, if Crow Cop wins his next fight, won't he be like 2-0 in the UFC? Ain't he coming off a win right now? I think if he gets 2 fucking wins in a row, Crow Cop's going to be in the same boat as fucking Arlovsky and the most of them. Like, hey, Jack, fuck a Fedor in Japan. I'm trying to fuck around and get the big shot. You know what I'm saying? Fedor missed the boat with this one, man. I was more fucking stoked for Fedor than anybody, man. Me and English was on that boat. Like, I thought that he could win those fights. But if he don't come there, that's been the problem with the guy for years. And I'll be a son of a bitch if he didn't do it again. And this was just the last call for alcohol, man. Like, he ain't never going to come to the UFC now. So, you know, fuck it. It is what it is.
Now, another point, I was talking to Munch MMA on Twitter, I think it was a few days ago, and he actually brought this up right now on the YouTube comment section. He says, Fedor now has a target audience of 2.2 billion. He has a whole of Central Asia. They will be watching Fedor fight. Now I get why Spike and Bellator made that announcement on Bellator, because maybe now they could possibly get some or all of that audience, an audience that the UFC's been fighting, clawing, and scratching to get, dude. So, I mean, the whole move makes sense as far as business type goes. But as far as fights go and legacy go, it falls flat. It falls completely flat for me.
Let me tell you something, Jack. I think people underestimate the Asian MMA fans' knowledge of the sport.
Yeah.
I don't think they're all stuck in fucking 2002, man. I think most of them have the same mindset that we do. Will they be interested in seeing Fedor fight? Sure. But are they going to fucking like stop tuning in to the Cain Velasquez's and the Fabricio Verdums of the world? Not a fucking chance, man. If they're fucking MMA heads, they know what time it is. They probably would have rather seen Fedor, sign there too, man. Just because Fedor used to be big in Asia, he's got 3 billion fans. Guess what? Most of them don't got a fucking TV.
Yep.
They ain't tuning in to Fedor, Jack, just because he used to be popular there a month of fucking Sundays ago. I mean, he's got some fame there. I get that to a degree. But if that's their angle, it's all fucking stupid.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. And honestly, I still don't want to see Fedor back. I just let him float away, and as known as the greatest heavyweight of all time already. Let the legacy end there instead of trying to come back. The hell, plain old Gary saying if you pay him in peroxide, you can probably get Randleman. You probably could. But yeah. Anyway, check in on the YouTube. And Greg agrees with you 100% on all of it regarding Fedor. Munch saying then why couldn't Dana close the deal? Because he's too busy with Ronda Rousey. To be honest, to be fair, Ronda Rousey's the biggest fucking draw next to Conor McGregor. Well, in fact, she's probably 1, and then Conor's number 2.
Wait. Who said what now? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying. Somebody said that.
Munch MMA saying then, or why couldn't Dana close the deal with Fedor? Because he's too busy with Ronda Rousey.
You know what, Munch? I get it with you. I get that you like Bellator and you don't like the UFC. This isn't Dana White's problem, man. It's Fedor, dude. I like Fedor, but it's always been him. The M1 Global thing, fucking Finkelstein. It's those cats, man. They didn't want the deal. Believe me, man. The UFC wants Fedor. And how you gonna have everybody else on the fucking planet Earth done fought for you, but this one fucking guy is the one dude that just won't sign the contract? You know what I'm saying, man? Yeah. It's not Dana White and them, man. Fuck, they would sign Fedor. He just don't want to do it for whatever reason.
Yeah, and whatever. I mean, the first time around, he wanted a part of the fucking company, man. He wanted to own part of the UFC. Of course, the UFC says fuck no to that shit, and it just kind of died from there. And now the second chance, probably the last chance to get Fedor in the UFC, falls flat. So, I mean, you know, we'll find out New Year's Eve who Fedor takes on. We'll find out before that, but we'll see what he has left, and if anyone really gives a shit. I think if he doesn't fight someone worth fighting and just, you know, put on a really good show, no one's going to care for the next one. So a lot of people by the way, a lot of people going, oh, Brock Lesnar. That could happen because they don't test in Japan. So
that'll never happen. Everybody's cute, but that'll never happen. Because let me tell you something. Vince McMahon ain't no fool. Oh, and if Brock Lesnar, I'll give Brock Lesnar this, man. Brock Lesnar was an easy guy to hate on, but I tell you what, I respect Brock Lesnar because Brock Lesnar didn't fuck around, man. He didn't. He went straight to the UFC and he thought, if I'm any good at this, I want to know whether I'm the best or not. And I'll be a son of a bitch if he didn't win a few fights, man. I don't think Brock Lesnar would sign that deal. I don't think he wants to fight Fedor. If Brock Lesnar come back, he would come to the fucking UFC. He'd do the right thing. What the fuck? He ain't going to the fucking Japan to fight Fedor, Jack. That shit ain't happening. No way.
All right. Munch MMA says, I never said I hated the UFC. I love UFC fighters. I just don't like the way they treat people. I'm with you on that. Not against the UFC at all. He's Munch MMA listening in the kitchen and doing dishes.
Nice.
You know what, man? I'm with you. That's what I do when I listen to MMA shows too. Anyway, all right, let's move on here. We didn't talk about Nick Diaz last week, so let's talk about Nick Diaz. Obviously, Nick Diaz suspended 5 years for marijuana by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Fined 32% of his 500-gram purchase, is like $165,000, roughly, something like that. My math is like third grade level. But fucking anyway, it's insanity. Did you get to watch any of that, or at least the highlights of that stupid meeting?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I seen the highlights. I seen him, you know, plead the Fifth Amendment like 47 times in a row, which was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
The whole lot of that was just fucking silly, man. Even the whole fucking 5 years thing, it's all ridiculous. Here's my fucking issue with this shit. You know, everybody's been sending around these petitions online, on Twitter, fucking sending it to the White House and all this bullshit. Which, hey, listen, I'm all for it. If it works, I sign that shit. I send it. I retweet it. I'm down. I totally think it's ridiculous. I just don't think it's going to work. I don't think shit like that ever really works. And they're just basically going to be like, that's cute. Fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, at the end of the day, they are the powers that be. That shit's probably not going to amount to nothing.
Mm. Now, here's the thing. Well, go ahead. Sorry.
Hold on. Here's what I would like to. Okay, so here's the thing. The Nevada State Athletic Commission suspended him for 5 years, correct?
Yep.
Now, that is basically, technically, just for the state of Nevada, right?
Right. Oh, shit.
But everybody else, oh, shit, there he is. I'll be a son of a bitch. In his fucking, in his homosexual bowling gear and all.
All right, finish your thought before
okay, no, so, my point is, why do all the other athletic commissions feel like they have to just fall in line and follow Nevada's lead on this one? Fuck Nevada. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the other fucking athletic commissions should just step up and say, you know what? We dig Nevada. Usually they're right on shit, but this was bullshit. If Nick Diaz wants to fight here, he's more than welcome. What the fuck? Or we could give him, you know, whatever the fuck, suspend him for a year or so, but they don't have to follow Nevada's lead. And the UFC surely can dole out whatever punishments they see fit. They don't really need Vegas, Nevada. Fuck them. Sorry. Dr. Feelgood. We're on the fucking Nick Diaz shit.
How long you guys been on?
15 minutes, 10 minutes.
All right, cool. So all we're talking about is Nick Diaz right now?
You just missed Fedor signing with his fucking horse shit, so we can. Well, hold on. We'll just do Nick Diaz and then give us your thoughts on the whole fucking Fedor fiasco. That's all we talked about.
I'll tell you what. You guys know my opinion on the whole marijuana thing, and Nick Diaz. I don't even understand the clusterfuck that's going on. It's not like the guy is a needle mover in any way, except for that he's popular, right?
Mm-hmm.
Suspension doesn't make any sense with some of the dirty shit that has been going on recently around him. The suspension it's absolutely ridiculous. I'm hoping that they're able to overturn it. But just like Fred was saying, fuck Nevada. Let him fight someplace else. If they want to be fucking ridiculous about it, I actually really like the swelling of support from other fighters saying they won't fight in Nevada. Because here's the plain and simple fact. I know a lot about drugs. Marijuana is not performance enhancing. I do not care if that fighter gets into the ring high. If he wants to take that chance and be fucking just get done smoking a blunt, tap it out, and then go ahead into the ring, more power to him. That isn't going to make any more difference than him smoking a cigarette. Mayorga, the boxer, used to smoke cigarettes at his weigh-in to prove a point. Nick Diaz wants to smoke grass. I'll tell you what, he's still a fucking 10 times better athlete than most of the guys in the UFC with all of his decathlons and triathlons and swimming to Alcatraz and shit like that. Apparently, it doesn't affect him like it does normal human beings. So I don't know. I think it's absolutely ridiculous, and I hope the UFC does the right thing.
No, definitely. And I mean, look, this shit's going to go to court. They're going to appeal. You know, Nevada's going to be like, go fuck that appeal. Then they're going to go to court on it. And the athletic commission's going to look stupid. Pat Lomball is going to look even dumber than she did at the meeting. Because, look, the whole reason she fucking threw out that lifetime ban before the other commissioners disagreed with it was because, first of all, the attorney, Diaz's attorney, made her look really dumb. And then the fucking expert witness made her look dumber. Dude, she was fuming by the end of that fucking meeting, and she just goes, "Oh yeah, I would support a lifetime ban." Fucking said it all nonchalantly and shit, like it's like normal to like ban dudes for life for life or weed.
Yeah, I support a lifetime ban. Yeah, that's just being vindictive, is all that shit was. I hope that when they go to court, they have somebody outside of that realm. But the only NSAC meeting that I've seen was more ridiculous is when that dude kept calling in with different ringtones on Anderson Silva.
Oh, dude.
That was more ridiculous. But I will tell you what, man, I don't know what Nick Diaz has going on, whether it's an anxiety disorder or what. He might be a good fighter, but that dude is awkward as fuck.
Yeah.
She kept fucking going with it. The Fifth fucking Amendment, you dopey fucking twat. Jesus Christ, no wonder his anxiety was built up. I bet he's sitting there thinking, what the fuck, is this bitch going to ask me another question? I'm not answering anything. The Fifth Amendment. Jesus Christ.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5th.
Dude, right away. That's the fucking first thought I had with Dave Chappelle. I'm like, oh, someone spice this shit. Someone get the DS thing and just put the fucking Dave Chappelle audio to it, and it'll work perfectly. But yeah, you know, and it's gonna get overturned. It's gonna make Nevada look bad. It's gonna make Lombard look retarded. And they need to look. A lot of people call it corruption on that whole thing. Andrew Reid making the point saying that Mayweather has an athletic commission in his pocket. He said that it was stupid that Diaz got suspended for 5 years, and you know, and that was the big thing on this. So you know, Andrew agrees that it's gonna get overturned, and it definitely will be overturned. Will it be 0? Probably not. I think he'll still get suspended for a year, maybe, unless the attorney's that damn good that the judge goes, no, fuck all that.
Well, now it feels like he should get completely absolved of everything after going through all this fucking horse shit. But yeah, I mean, he probably should have got a year or something like that from the Jump Street. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking, he did fucking break the rules, but 5 years is just ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like I said, I just don't understand why all the other athletic commissions and the UFC and everybody rides Nevada's dick. The UFC's bigger than Nevada. The UFC can take their fucking... Yeah, man, but fuck Nevada. Fuck Vegas, though, right? The UFC has the capacity to take their show all fucking lover, man. Like... They don't need Vegas, man. Like, not to that degree. They need fucking headliners. What the fuck? They need charismatic fighters. They need people like Nick Diaz. Fuck.
I will just say this for my own safety. All of the mobsters that own Nevada, that's Fred Kirby's opinion. I wholeheartedly support the UFC being in Nevada.
Yeah, because they're they might be watching it, so you never know. All right. Actually, before we finish up on the Nick Diaz thing, Ronda Rousey coming out at the UFC 193 fucking press conference thing. And she kind of went off saying it's an invasion of privacy to test for marijuana, and that she completely, you know, she thinks it's unfair and all this other shit. This after, you know, saying that she comes on girls' faces and shit. It was all weird fucking press conference. It was hilarious. But overall, with somebody like Ronda Rousey supporting him and fighters like Aljamain Sterling, Henry Cejudo, and other fighters coming out saying they're not going to fight in Nevada. Fred, do you think that's going to do anything at all with fighters to say, I'm not fighting in Nevada?
I got to be honest with you. After you said something about her coming on some broad's face, I didn't hear nothing else after that. Did she really say that?
Yeah.
It was a phrasing error. Yeah. He was talking about, you know, being an aggressive fighter, and I can't remember exactly how she put it, but she's like, yeah, come in their face real quick. And she was like, no, wait, that sounded bad. And then she stopped after she got done laughing and was like, yeah, I'm going to try to not come so quick. She's like, how do I say this? But it was pretty funny.
I thought she came out. And I said, Jesus Christ.
It wouldn't be too bad, man. Shit.
What the fuck was your question? What about her? What'd she do?
No, I mean, okay, Ronda Rousey supports Nick Diaz, obviously. She hasn't said she won't fight in Nevada, but a bunch of fighters already came out and said they're not going to fight. I mean, obviously, 3 or 4 fighters saying that's not going to do anything. You need a whole lot of fighters to come out and say, I'm not fighting in Nevada. But even if you get a good number of fighters to say they won't fight in Nevada, is that going to make any kind of dent in this?
No, not at all. I mean, I suppose maybe if the right fighters did, maybe. But no, that's the thing with somebody like Ronda Rousey. That's what she should do. If she really wanted to prove a point, she should be like, fuck that, I ain't never fighting there again. But she didn't quite go that far, did she? She likes Nick Diaz a whole lot, but I suppose it is all about the money, and that's what it fucking comes down to. And at the end of the day, that's why nobody really wants to fuck over Nevada, because Vegas is still considered the fight capital of the world. And I suppose that's what it boils down to. Because it seems like a lot of people could just be like, okay, well, Nevada, that was some bullshit. Go fuck yourself. We'll just have Nick Diaz fight in, fucking New Jersey or wherever the fuck, East Coast, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of places they can put his ass. Like, they got big boy shit going on.
And and it might happen. A lot of other commissions already coming out disagreeing with the Athletic Commission. Nevada's own senator, I think, from Nevada, saying it's bullshit too. What?
But it's the same thing. They're coming out and saying they disagree, but are they coming out and saying Nick Diaz can come fight here? That's a blatant type of thing. That's what they need to do. They're pulling that Ronda Rousey shit. They're fence riding. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yeah, well, we disagree with that, but they're not quite saying we disagree so much that we would agree with him coming and fighting for us. We don't give a fuck. That's some bullshit. So
definitely.
It is what it
All
is.
right. Real quick, before we get to our very own Fellator Emelianenko's opinion on Fedor, someone just, I think it was Alfonso, just brought up that Cerrone was on Joe Rogan's, Donald Cerrone was on Joe Rogan's podcast today, and said that Ronda Rousey is not hot. Let's start with Fred. Agree or disagree? Ronda Rousey is not hot.
I'd hit it.
Exactly. I would too. What about you, Aaron?
That doesn't mean it's hot, Fred. That means it's alive.
She's not dead.
I mean, listen, she ain't fucking gorgeous or no shit like that. But let me tell you something. You know why she's fucking hot and why she's sexy? She's fucking, for the same reason that Eminem is hot and sexy. There's nothing fucking special about Eminem, but he's fucking great. Ronda Rousey is the fucking best in the world at something. That's fucking hot. And she's not a fucking complete swamp donkey. So yeah, she's sexy.
What do you think, Aaron?
You guys know what I think. I've told you this a bunch of times. I don't think Ronda Rousey's good looking in the least. She got big old fat ankles. And I don't know. No, just because somebody's awesome. Now, she's awesome. I will give you that. The greatest female fighter, mixed martial arts fighter, that has ever walked the planet so far. Absolutely. Is she hot? No. I think it's just that mixed martial arts fans, the males, are easily impressed. You know what I mean? Like, we get a little nip slip in the cage, and it's trending for weeks. You know what I mean? I think we got a bunch of fucking nerds that don't really see girls that much, is more or less what it boils down to. But no, I don't think she's attractive. And quite frankly, I'm tired of seeing her on all these platforms. The fucking Roadhouse remake, I fucking promise you, I boycott that movie before it's made. Fuck that. Patrick Swayze is rolling over in his grave because of that shit. That is bullshit. The double douche, it's always Patrick Swayze. Roadhouse, kick her in the face.
There you go. And real quick, just because I read this right now, Munch MMA saying Joe Rogan apparently had an affair with Rousey. You're going to have to explain that one, dude, because I didn't hear any of that shit. So that's some TMC bullshit right there, but I want to know about it.
Nah, anyway. That's some slander shit right there. We take that back. We hear nothing about that.
Yeah,
that was alleged.
Allegedly.
The keyboard warriors aren't touching that shit.
No shit.
If we're not touching it, fucking A, dude. That means something. All right, Aaron. You missed it, but we talked Fedor announcing he will sign, not with Bellator, not with UFC, but with some promotion in Japan that's nameless, and he will headline some card against some whoever the fuck in Japan New Year's Eve. What is your opinion on Mr. Emelianenko?
My opinion is I told you fags that he wasn't going to sign with the UFC.
Okay.
Give me my proper respect. I told you.
You were right. I was with you on that one.
All right. What do I think about that? Jeez. Let me think. Oh, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I haven't given a fuck since day one. Fuck Fellator Emelianenko. I don't care. The guy hasn't fought in forever. They're going to let him fight in Japan. He's looking all vascular and muscular. Jeez, I wonder what's in his Cheerios. Who gives a shit? They're going to throw him a fucking monkey, somebody that he's just going to wreck. If you're going to bring back the king of the world, you got to put him up against another king to see what's what. That's what's interesting to me. To watch him snap some shitbird's spine in Japan, fuck. I'll tell you what. After this last event in Bellator, fuck Bellator for a while. I can't fucking handle Bellator no more. That fucking bitch from Pride, it's cool when you do. That would be like the fucking, what is it? Is it a Mexican announcer for soccer that does the goal?
Yeah.
That would be like him drawing out every goddamn word that way. It's only cool in soccer because they only score like once every 6 or 7 years. So you don't hear him say that often. But that was fucking killing me. I didn't really care for the kickboxing and the mixed martial arts together. The fucking tournament sucked dick. Weird ass finish to Tito Ortiz, and he's like, oh, darn. What the fuck was that, Tito? And then they let him talk longer than Liam McGeary. That whole event just fucking irritated my ass. But as far as Fellator Emelianenko, who cares? It's a publicity stunt.
And I was with you on that. That was part of what I was saying, too, is I really don't give two shits. And I'm not expecting very much out of Fellator. I watch it out of complete nostalgia's sake, but still. Let's talk about Dynamite 1, man. And you brought it up. I didn't mind. What was her name? Something Hunter, I think is her name. I can't remember the announcer lady's name. The first couple fights, okay, fine. After the 50th time, this lady's screaming out like she's getting stabbed in the cunt with a fucking ice pick. Just fucking yelling, screeching out fucking names left and right. That shit killed me. I muted the fuck out of TV at that point, but I watched the fights. But let's talk about the fights themselves. Fred, you said you caught some of it?
I caught some of it. I was in and out. I was on vacation, so it was a
all right, well, let's go with that.
Weekend.
Let's go with that, because that's kind of how casual fans watch too, right? They're in and out. They kind of paying attention to your shit. So I mean, and normally you're usually just you're focused on shit on the fight.
Right.
But because you're on vacation, fucking understandable. So you tell me from what you did see and how you saw it, what do you think of the card overall?
It was really weird, man. At first, I really didn't know what to make of it. And I tell you what, man, after I got back and I've watched it again a little bit here and there, some different pieces and shit, I pretty much feel the exact same way that Aaron does, man. That Pride shit, I don't know, dude. Some things are better left in the past, you know what I mean? It was cool back then, but it doesn't translate the same. And the whole idea of doing the fucking kickboxing and MMA in the same arena with the ring and the cage, it was fucking ridiculous. It made no sense at all. It made it feel very fucking circusy. And then, like you said, the tournament idea. We talked about this on Stand and Bang with Jimmy Smith, and this is exactly what I said. This type of shit don't happen these days for a fucking reason. The same reason you don't got a yappy broad like that announcing fighters. Because back in the day in Japan, it worked. But now the sport's evolved in a different way, and we're not the same exact type of crowd as Japan and fucking, JMMA is, man. It's different, kind of. You can't force that shit down our throat. Just because Scott Coker's into fucking all that shit doesn't mean it's going to work here necessarily. And all of it kind of felt like that. The tournament didn't work. What was it? Fucking King Mo hurts his rib. So there's that. Fucking Phil Davis looks like a goddamn world beater out of nowhere. All of a sudden, he's knocking people out. What kind of fucking... shit's bad when Mr. Wonderful fucking is knocking people out to win your fucking so-called tournament. And then, and now listen, I'm beyond calling it a work. I don't think it was a work. But Tito tapped fast.
Yeah.
He tapped really fast. It was not...
You know what? I'm gonna stop you because I know that people are starting... Did you guys see how fast Kelly Anderson tapped when McGeary won that light heavyweight tournament? He's got a fucking inverted triangle, and that was it. They caught that submission from every angle. You guys realize that the inverted triangle is a blood choke. That's a blood and air choke. He could not breathe, and a blood choke only takes, what? Rogan said, what, 3 seconds? If applied correctly, a blood choke will knock you out in 3 seconds, 3 or 4 seconds. So the fucker can't breathe, and he's losing all the brain to his skull, which is already dumb as fuck. Anyways, I say completely legitimate, and good on Liam McGeary. Fuck a Tito Ortiz. Retire, you old cunt, and stop telling me that you've been in the business for 18 years. I'm aware. I've been watching the sport for 20, and I've hated you for 18 years.
I tell you what, all that being said, if that dude tapped out that fucking fast, he didn't even fight it, it felt like. I mean, blood choke or no blood choke, he didn't even fight it really. Like, as soon as he got caught, he fucking just quits. And then he's like, damn.
All right.
Dang, can't believe that happened.
Matt Mitrione.
Okay, listen, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it was a work. The show is called Keyboard Warriors. I'm calling him a fucking pussy. A fucking wet, soaking twat. And Tito Ortiz. You fucking pussies. You're supposed to be the baddest man on planet Earth. You're fighting for the belt. You wouldn't shut the fuck up about that, Tito. You fucking twat. You get in there and you get the first moment you can.
I'll tell you what. That was the best thing that could happen to Bellator. Honestly. We did not need Tito Ortiz in 2015 having a light heavyweight belt anyway. Liam McGeary still has room for improvement. I like McGeary. I like his attitude. I like that he fights to hurt people, and he was durable. In the first few seconds, Tito took him down, and he was landing some pretty gnarly ground and pound, and you didn't see McGeary panic. He kept his wits about him, and he got that triangle choke. Was it fast tap? Yeah, but who gives a shit? Tito's era is over. Bellator has got to slow down on the fucking retirement home thing. You know what I mean? It's time for him to go. They didn't bring Stephan Bonner back. Good. Now let Tito fucking go off into the sunset. Here's another thing. How many times are we going to get to see the best Tito Ortiz? How many times have we heard that? Well, this was the best Tito Ortiz. I'll tell you what, Tito. You've been losing for 6 years straight. If this is the best Tito Ortiz, you should have fucking retired 7 years ago.
Right, yeah. Right. Who gives a flying fuck? That's the man. You know what? I'm so fucking sick and tired of all this shit. The new Pride, Bellator, WSOF 2. They all just need to fucking pack it in. And I know everybody's out there gonna be like, Zoof is zombie and UFC. Man, they own the rest of the best fucking fighters. I'm tired of this bullshit. Who the fuck? Damn, Eddie. Did you disappear? Bad connection? Are we still good? We running the show now?
Did we lose our host?
Yeah, the host is gone immediately there. So.
All right. Fuck Eddie Law. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Stand and Bang.
I was going to say, the show is definitely about to go off the fucking tracks now.
Fuck a Fellator Emelianenko. Fuck a Tito Ortiz. Fuck you, Dana White.
Everybody.
We got to fucking wait for Eddie now. This shit's going to go way off the rails. This has just turned into either the intellectual musings of two idiots or Stand and Bang. Do we have a special guest anywhere?
Yeah, we don't have no guest on fucking call. But I don't know, man. What do you think's going to happen with Bellator now? Do you think any of this shit's going to work? Like, do you think motherfuckers were actually feeling this shit?
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I think that it's going to catch a niche. I think that's what it is. It's a niche audience. It's for people who are more casual, who don't really know the ins and outs that much. I think if they keep with the big entrances and kind of make it more of a show, I do think that they will catch a certain audience, and especially because it's free. At least they're not as fucking stupid as World Series of Fighting when they're trying to put their shit on the same night as a UFC. Now, on the other hand, with the World Series of Fighting, I'm kind of to the point where, man, they can be absorbed by another organization and I will be okay. Like, is it cool that David Branch has 2 belts? Yeah, except for they're not fucking worth the metal that they're made out of.
Well, yeah, and I mean, David Branch, for all the good that he's done over in WSOF, I don't think he makes it very far in the UFC. That's kind of what I mean about all these different leagues, man. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I wish they'd almost just absolve them all into the UFC. So whatever, the Leo McGearys and the few good fighters there are out there floating around would just fucking be under the same umbrella. I know everybody complains about the UFC, but what the fuck, man? Bellator definitely ain't doing that much better. Bellator ain't some great fucking fighter fucking friendly league. And you know what the fuck, man? Whatever. WSOF. I'm sure their doors are a cunt hair from fucking closing at any moment. So what the fuck?
I don't know how Cepho keeps it going, because from what I understand, they had monetary problems from day one. But I did watch the last World Series of Fighting. I kept my mouth shut on social media during it. I don't know, man. It's like a pretty decent regional, is what it is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like a RFA jungle fight.
Yeah, like that. But I mean, when they start talking about, and for the World Series of Fighting Championship of the World. No, you can't put of the world. That's like that alphabet soup that they have over in boxing. The UFC is the world title.
Right.
And let's not make any fucking bones about it. Because I'm pretty sure that if you take any world title holder from the UFC, after he defends his belt, he could take a 15-minute rest and smoke both the belt holder in Bellator and World Series of Fighting in the same night.
For sure, man. And that's the thing. Where is RFA and Jungle Fight at? They're on fucking Fight Pass. You know what I'm saying? That's my fucking point, man. You might not love the UFC, but it is what it is. They're the fucking industry kings. Jesus, the fucking Titanic almost sunk, motherfucker.
Is what fucking happened? Okay, apparently there's a fucking goddamn thunderstorm, and literally everything just went out for like 5 seconds, and I literally said, "Oh fuck," and the lights came back on, and then I had to restart my computer. My bad, but at least I got back in time for this bitch like fucking cut off, because I'm gone long enough, it goes away. So sorry, continue what you're saying.
Keep on with that fucking sending, Eddie. It sounds like Allah sending you a message.
Yeah, I know, right? Shit. Anyway, what were you saying?
I know what the fuck. We're done with all the fucking shit we was talking about. What's our next topic, our esteemed host? With Bellator, Dynamite. Sup?
Anybody else watch? Yeah. Anybody else watch World Series of Fighting?
We just got done talking about that.
Motherfucker.
Why don't we talk about it again? Our own Eddie Law actually had to sit through that crap. And although I'm very proud of you for being able to endure that shit, we were just saying that World Series of Fighting is like a real good regional. They either need to be absorbed into somebody else, or they need to stop calling it the world title. David Branch holding 2 world titles in that organization is a fucking joke. Because, what does he hold? The 185 and the 205?
Yep.
Who's our 185 champion in the UFC?
Weidman.
Okay. Who's our 205 champion in the UFC?
Cormier. Oh. Cormier, yeah.
Okay. David Branch, on his best day, couldn't last a round with either of those guys.
Nope.
On his best day.
David Branch couldn't last a round with Yoel Romero and Gay Jesus. And that motherfucker's at like 4th or 5th rank, you know what I'm saying? Jesus.
And Gay. I will tell you what. I was impressed with Justin Gaethje shellacking, Louis
Palomino.
Luis Palomino.
Again. But I'll tell you, once again, and you guys know this about me, we talk all the time. Stop with your bullshit. Just congratulate the other man, Louis Palomino. He knocked you the fuck out. Don't go on with a 7-minute, oh, we both hit hard and we take good hits, and my equilibrium was gone, but I wasn't completely knocked out. Dude, your fucking sphincter almost released. He knocked you out profoundly. You were fucking unconscious. Shut up. Shake his hand, and then the hugging that they were doing at the end. Yeah, it was a little much. I was just saying.
Yo, Mike. I'm sorry. Mike Jarvis just says, what did you guys think of Chael as a commentator?
Here's the thing. What I heard from people on Twitter, because I was live tweeting the whole damn thing, is people were saying, "Man, tell Chael to shut the fuck up."
And then how about
they were saying he was rough.
How about this? The other guy. Stop calling Chael Sonnen an MMA legend.
Yeah, what the hell?
Legendary. He never held a title. Not even close. He couldn't even get that shit done against back in the day when he fought
Paulo Filho.
Yeah.
Couldn't get the shit done then. Couldn't get the shit done now. A legend. He's got a legendary mouth, but that's it. He's not a fucking MMA legend by any means. That annoys me almost as much as over in Invicta. The dude, when he's talking about a level change, a fighter changes level to go in for a takedown, he calls it an elevation change. Listen, fucko, they're not in a plane. They didn't change elevation. They changed levels, you fucking prick.
You talking about the announcer in Invicta? It's TJ DeSantis, who, by the way, fucking commentaries everything.
I don't give a shit who he is. He's a shit.
Chael Sonnen reminds me of like the poor man's fucking
Poor man.
the fucking Marine. God damn it.
Oh, Brian Stan.
Yeah. He's like the idiot fucking poor man's version of Brian Stan. You know what I'm saying? Like he tries to sound real fucking authentic and fucking good, but I felt that sentiment too. Shut the fuck up, Chael.
And you know what's funny is because you can see Chael from where I was sitting, and the dude looked stressed out. When he was talking, he was doing this shit. He had the headphones on, looking down, looking up like this, and I'm like, how you watching the fights like that, dude? Like, what are you doing? But he looked a little stressed out. I think he knows he sucked at that shit. You know what I mean?
He was probably trying hard as fuck, focusing like a motherfucker.
He's trying, but he's just not good at it first. And it's going to take a lot of practice for him. But I'll tell you what, TJ DeSantis has been doing it for years, and he sucks. I hate to say it, but just like Aaron said, he's a shitbird, straight up. So, other than that, overall, pretty much the only fight that was worth watching was the main event, Gaethje versus Palomino. A lot of people making a big deal about Phoenix Jones choking the dude out with his thighs. Phoenix Jones himself said it was really that he worked on that, but I look at the other dude panicked.
Okay, the truth in advertising, and here we go. Oh, Andrew Reed, watch. I'm gonna sit up closer to my camera so you can see me, you fucking cocksucker. Truth in advertising. Phoenix Jones, you didn't work on the thigh squeeze submission. You lying sack of shit. There's fucking no such thing as the thigh squeeze submission. That wasn't a submission. His opponent panicked. He didn't know what the fuck he had. I'm guessing because he couldn't see his legs, he thought he was in an inverted triangle. He started to feel that he couldn't breathe that well. He tapped because he panicked. Bitch-ass amateur move. You lose the fight, and we have to see fucking Phoenix Jones again.
Yeah.
You know what he should change his nickname to? Velvet. Do you guys remember Velvet Jones? If not, YouTube that shit because it's hilarious. I'm Velvet Jones.
All right. And then Andrew retweeting over that I looked miserable. To be honest with you, I kind of was. And I don't know how the fuck the camera saw me, but Andrew Reed was telling me he was kind of creeping me out a little bit, just a little bit with the bullshit. But still, yeah, it was a rough time. But I mean, I think I had more fun talking to the other media there than I did watching the fights, to be honest with you. But there was a failed attempt by 4 UFC fighters to pick up hot ass chicks that were sitting behind us. They over fucking packed the VIP section, whatever they want to call that, and it was hilarious not paying attention to the I think it was the third to last fight and just listening to these guys fail over and over again to impress these girls by saying, "Oh, we're UFC fighters." I was in the Olympics.
Okay, Eddie, you told us this before on Twitter. Now dish.
Yeah, I was about to say, motherfucker, what show do you think you're on? This isn't In the Pocket with you and whoever the fuck. You better fucking dish the names out.
It's hard to do. I don't know.
Fuck that, nigga, you ain't getting credential for shit.
Give us one, the least popular fighter of that group.
Oh, shit. Ooh.
Were they real names?
Oh, one of them was. The other 3 were shitbirds.
Give us him. Fuck that. Fuck them shitbirds. I want the name. Who was the name? Who got turned down? Please say it was Meathead. I hate that cocksucker.
Meathead wasn't there.
Or better, Nate Corey. Nate the Rock Corey. That would be fucking awesome.
He ain't a UFC fighter.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Damn, I don't want to throw a name out and shit, but...
Wait. Give us an obvious...
37 people a week watch this show, Eddie. It ain't gonna be him. You motherfucker.
Give us an obvious hit. What's his nickname?
Okay. Flyweight Olympic gold medalist in wrestling.
Got it. You know what? I would never give him no pussy. Have you seen his hair? Judo ain't getting no pussy. Nobody gets one little man.
It was fun times, and I'm sure. Although I'm pretty fucking sure he's got it. Anyway, never mind. I'm not gonna throw more alleged shit out there, but allegedly it might have been an Olympic gold medalist in wrestling. Anyway, moving on.
Allegedly. What did the bitches look like? Were they white broads?
Dog, fucking fine as shit. These were, look, I will say this.
Hey, shut up. Allegedly, Henry Cejudo's got no game.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. We don't know this for sure. Anyway. Moving on here. I don't even know what the fuck to move on to. This weekend, UFC...
Wait.
What?
Factually, he does have the worst hair in MMA.
By far.
That looks like a fucking... You know what? Him and Donald Trump are neck and neck for bad hair.
Yeah, but at least one of them is this is Keyboard Warriors cocksucker. Fuck you, Mike. Put him on Front Street. Eddie playing. I'm getting called out by everybody. What the fuck? All right. Anyway.
He did. We got it.
Anyway, we got it. We know who it is. Anyway, all right. Let's move on here to the last thing we got to talk about. Unless there's anything more popular than UFC Japan to talk about. You guys got anything? I can't think of shit.
I can't think of anything less popular than UFC Japan.
Let's just talk about the UFC Japan is in Japan this weekend, and fucking we get Josh Barnett against fat dude Roy Nelson. I really don't care. I really don't care about Roy Nelson whatsoever. What?
What the fuck? The combined cholesterol on that ring could kill a small country.
Okay, yo, listen.
I'll tell you what. Wait a second. No, wait a second. If Josh Barnett brings his big fat ass out in them baby shorts that he always wears, I'm not watching that goddamn main event with him in his goddamn underwear. I fucking swear to God. I don't like either of those cats enough to watch a big fat dude in a Speedo.
Okay, so listen, man. This card fucking sucks. It's whatever. It's packed with a lot of so-called Asian talent. Let's have a better discussion to end off the show here. Fedor's going to go to some new Asian MMA promotion. Do you think that the UFC is wasting its time by putting on these Japanese cards that seemingly we don't give a fuck about? And more to the point, I guess, do you think that they're serving their purpose for the local crowd in Japan? Do you think they'll rally behind Fedor and this upstart thing just because it's got Pride's name on it? Or do you think that, as I said earlier in the show, most of now Japanese MMA fan, current Japanese MMA fans, are more along the lines of a UFC fan?
Oh, you go ahead, Aaron. Go first.
Okay. I don't care where they put the UFC, as long as they stop fucking with the day and time. If I gotta watch this fucker on Sunday night or Monday morning or some bullshit, then yeah, I say fuck all these foreign cards. As far as
like a true American.
Fuck yeah. Fuck, the UFC's American. Suck my dick if you don't like it. All you motherfuckers in the UK, it's okay. You have to stay up a little bit late. Whatever. Make your own fucking promotion if you don't like it, and I'll stay up early and watch your promotion. So fuck you. As far as the Asian talent, oh fuck. There's always these guys. I can't, I've never heard of them. I can't find any film on them, and I kind of watched the entire event with this face. I mean, honestly, a lot of these foreign cards, man. Oh, we're going to go to fucking Zimbabwe. We're going to go to here. I don't care. Go to California, Texas. I don't know. I don't know. As far as, like, the land swell of Asian support behind Fedor, once again, who gives a shit if a country of 1 billion people love him? I don't give a fuck. Yeah, they're all going to get behind him. Whoopie-doo. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I'm with Fred on this one. I'm with Fred on this one. I think Japanese fans aren't gonna give two shits, really. I think they're so used to the UFC that they're just gonna be. I mean, they'll watch it and see what's what, but that card's gonna be so weak for sure.
But hold on though. Here's the thing though, man. I think I kind of dig what the UFC does. I dig these foreign cards, and I'll tell you why. Quickly before we go off here, Eddie. Read just a little bit of the names. You know some of these fucking Asian talents, right? I know this fucking Asian card's got some Asian talents on it. Who are some of the fucking Asian names that are on this fucking card? Is Horiguchi on this card?
Horiguchi is not on this card. Oh yeah, he is actually. Kyoji Horiguchi against Chico Camus.
There you go.
Takeya Mizugaki against George Roop. Mizuto Hirota against Teruto Ishihara. God damn, that sounds like Japanese.
Mothra versus Godzilla.
If that's on the card, I'm fucking watching. And then there's a couple other ones, no one really big, but the two big fights, Gegard Mousasi against Uriah Hall, if you want to call that a big fight, and then Josh Barnett against Roy Nelson, which is physically a big fight. So it's kind of what it is.
There's gonna be a whole lot of shaking going on in that fight.
A lot of jelly rolls. All right, real quick, did you guys hear about the Belfort thing?
No.
Okay, well, now they're coming out saying Belfort fought Jones on all kinds of shit, PEDs, and it just came out 3 years later after the fight. They're saying it's a cover-up, and also the shit. Chris Cyborg coming out all upset about it. It's all weird. It's all stupid shit. But you guys didn't hear about that?
How did it come out?
I don't know. I just fucking heard about it right. I heard a couple things about it, nothing too big.
Well, what the fuck? would it surprise anybody on planet Earth who happens to be tuned into the MMA stratosphere? I mean, of course that motherfucker be cheating, clearly.
Dude, did you see the side-by-side that somebody put this up on social media? There was like 19-year-old Jesus Juice, and then like his Resurgence Jesus Juice, and then after TRT, and then Dad Bod Jesus Juice.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Holy fuck, have you seen him recently?
Yeah.
I can't go so far as to say that I look better with my shirt off, but he's only about a can of Pringles away.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be surprising at all. Whatever. I mean, fucking, and he still lost. I tell you what, in my opinion, John Jones is a bad motherfucker, Jack. That motherfucker has never lost. Fucking did it while fucking snorting coke and fucking bitches. Fault motherfuckers probably, I'm sure Chael Sonnen was roided out of his mind. Fucking dude's a beast, man.
I'll tell you what, I never thought I would say this when it actually happened. I miss John Jones.
Fuck. Hey.
Bring him back. Someone needs to shut Daniel Cormier the fuck up. I cannot wait until he jams one of them long-ass weird legs down Daniel Cormier's chicken-eating throat.
Before we get off here, I know it's a couple of events away or whatever, but I think DC and Gustafsson will be interesting, man. If Gustafsson can actually keep DC at distance, I think Gus will fuck DC up. So we might end up getting that rematch.
At that point, when John Jones comes back, it doesn't matter who the champ is. He's gonna get his fucking belt back. Yeah, exactly. Real quick, Brian over here on the YouTube saying UFC accidentally sent an email of Vitor's test results to UFC fighters instead of 3 executives.
Oh shit! Hey, listen. Allegedly.
You know what? I don't believe in that accidentally. Someone in Vitor's camp has a grudge. Oh, you're on all sorts of shit. You called me a dickhead today? Reply all.
I was going to say, if that shit is true and it was an accident, somebody's ass needs to be fucking fired. What the fuck? If I was Vitor, I would be hot like a motherfucker. Are you fucking kidding me?
How do you even fucking show up and admit that? You got like your hat in your hand. There appears to be a little administrative snafu. Rather than going to 3 people, I just sent out your dirty-ass fucking results to everybody in the world.
They sent an email after... Oh, after they sent the email, this is from Brian, too, so obviously I haven't verified any of this. I'm going to after the show, but Brian saying they sent an email after that one email with releasing the results, telling the fighters to delete the email and they would discuss the email with others, the UFC would use legal action. Well, at least one of those fighters said, yeah, fuck all that.
I thought you were going to say right after that they sent another email that said, just kidding.
You know what? That might have been better. April Fool's early or some shit. I don't know. Like, damn, that's big. If someone fucked up that bad, someone getting fired. So, well, it is what it is at this point. All right, so we're going to end the show on that note, unless you guys got something else to talk about.
Nope. Might as well end it on that sour note.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything to discuss in public, but I might want to talk with Kirby after the show a while.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. You can follow Aaron over at Stand and Bang MMA. Oh, sorry, Stand and Bang Radio. I always fuck that up. My bad. What? You want me to give you the other one out?
Nah, just stop with the following me bullshit. I don't even get on Twitter anymore. You bunch of.
Yeah, this fucker's too busy. All right, follow Kirby then.
Pussies.
Yeah, at Kirby_MMA. Myself at Elaw31. What's up?
Yeah, no, please come follow me. I'm down with the follow.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you're watching this show, don't go follow any of us. Get a fucking friend to watch it with you so our numbers don't suck dick. We're fucking funny.
Yeah, tell your friends about us. All right. Well, fuck it. In that case, we'll catch you guys on next week. Thanks, Aaron. Thanks, Kirby. We'll check you guys later. And thanks everyone for watching. I would shout all you fuckers out, but everyone fucking burned me on the whole naming the fucking fighter that fucked up at World Series of Fighting. So fuck all of you, and good night.
Cejudo! Henry Cejudo got 0 pussy.
Who knows, man? All I saw was during the actual event. Afterwards, those girls might have been fucking drunk. So anyway, allegedly. Okay.
You realize we're still alive.
Yeah. Good night, motherfuckers.
Okay.